Coventry City kick off the restart of the Championship after the international break, and they're playing at home, but technically they're away against Birmingham, who should be at home. We'll talk about that and much more next. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we take a look at Matchday number 12 in the old Championship. We'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related. Whoa, football related, we got it all here, boys. Under one roof, that's right. Of course, Championship returns. Of course, we're supposed to have these bad boys live. We've had a little bit of bit of business over at my end, so we couldn't really do that. And yeah, it's kind of knocked the wind out of my sails a little bit, but we've got to keep on trucking on, get the picks out there for the time being, get them recorded, get them out there, and you guys can have your fun with it. And of course, well, hopefully we'll be back next week if all goes well. So we'll have to wait and see though. But anyway, big shout out to the Patreon gang. You know who you are, of course, the VIP gang, exclusive brotherhood to the channel. I do appreciate your support, especially through times just like this. We've got all sorts of chaos going on, so I do appreciate you guys' support. And again, if you want to support the channel in another way, just like these brotherhoods, check out the link down below. There's a link down there, patreon.com/Roverseas. Also, make sure you bang a thumbs up, bang subscribe, get the video some love in, give us some sweet spot. And of course, make sure you check me out on Twitch as well. Trying to get the numbers up there to 250. Going to have some exclusive content moving forward into that bad boy. But let's get into it then, shall we? Take a look at how we all got on last time around, which was all the way back. When was it? It was all the way bloody well back on the 6th of November. So let's take a look at it then, shall we? These are the criteria notes for you in the Shipface Gang 5-9 Shipface Club 10+. You're in the top bins. And here we go. Kicking on off with the Friday night game. Friday night on November the 6th was a 1-0 win for Bristol City, back to winning ways for them. Chris Martin with a 1 and only goal on the 2nd minute, nice and early, giving themselves the lead. Actually, went with the 2-1 win for Cardiff. I thought their barren spell for Bristol City would continue, but no, Cardiff are in a bit of trouble themselves on this one. So 1-0 win for Bristol City in the end. Meanwhile, leaders. Then, and still leaders right now, Reading, they lost again, 3-0 battering by Stoke in the end. Tyrese Campbell, Stephen Fletcher and Jacob Brown on the score sheet for Stoke as that makes it 3 defeats on the spin. Reading just hanging on in there, top of the pops at the moment. Of course, the international break probably came at the right time for them to regroup, reassess, maybe recharge. Meanwhile, Bournemouth, they continue their decent bit of form right now. 3-1 win. David Brooks with a couple of goals there. Of course, coming right back at the right time. Scoring for them and also scoring for Wales as well. And Dujumba Grunveld also on the score sheet as Bournemouth 3-1 winners. Scott Hogan got the 1 goal for Birmingham, but they're looking in a bit of trouble as well. Of course, Rovers back to winning ways as well with a 3-1 win. I actually remember the 2-1 win myself on that one. If we backtrack a little bit, I actually remember the 2-1 win for Bournemouth. I also went with the 1 win for Stoke. And I've also went with the 2-1 win for Rovers here on this one. So yeah, goals for this one. Big Bad Boy Brereton with the karate kick there. Lyndon Dykes for the penalty spot, but Adam Armstrong with a brace right at the death to give Rovers the 3 points. Thank heavens for that bad boy. I do appreciate those goals, Armstrong and Big Bad Boy to keep us moving on. Of course, the final nail in the coffin was Philip Cocker's loss, or Derby's loss to Barnsley. 2-0 win. Barnsley looked good around. Connor Chaplin, Victor Adebayojo on the score sheet for Barnsley. Actually went the draw. I thought they might hang on, but unfortunately Derby's change of managerialship. They've also looking at change of ownership as well. I think Wayne Rooney's coming in as caretaker. Is he the man equipped to get them out of this little hole? We'll have to wait and see. Of course, it could be a new manager bounce for them, so let's bear that in mind. Meanwhile, actually went with the 1-1 draw. Brentford against Borough, they end up 0-0 in the end. Actually went the 2-0 win for Brentford. Shame on me. Watford were 3-0 winners over Coventry City. Sorry, they're 3-2 winners. Just nicked it at the death. Actually went the 3-0 win myself on that bad boy. Goals: Andre Gray, William Proust, Ikut Kong, and Ishmael Sarr from the penalty spot. Gustavo Hammer and Tyler Walker on the score sheet for Coventry as they lost, though. Made a good count of themselves. They were level and actually leading at one point, but unfortunately they lost it in the end. Huddersfield Town, 1-1 draw against Luton Town. Of course, Rovers' next opponent. George McCurr on the score sheet. Carl Rall eating on the score sheet for Huddersfield as they managed to save a point on that one. Got that one right. I got the previous one pretty much close as well. Norwich City against Swansea. That ended up as a 1-0 win for Norwich City. Lastminute.com winner for Norwich on that one. Marco Stevenman, 84th minute winner. Actually with a 2-2 draw, so not too bad, but wrong. Forest continue their winning ways with a 2-0 win over Wycombe. Of course, new manager bounce there has continued. Lar Taylor with a couple of goals. He's starting to kick into top gear as well, as they came out top with a 2-0 win over Wycombe. Of course, Wycombe won a good bit of form for them, but that's halted. Of course, Rotherham against Preston. Preston always win away, except for when they're playing Rotherham. 2-1 win for Rotherham in the end. Richard Wood, Matt Crooks on the score sheet. Ryan Ledson get himself a goal for Preston. And wrapping it up. Sheffield Wednesday again, losing their manager, Gary Monk. Tony Pulis has come in there. 0-0 draw, final score there. 2-0 win for me. Got myself 2 for 6, which ain't too bad, but it ain't too good either. We'll have a look at how you guys got on in a minute. The table as it stands, Matchday 11 sees Reading lead the charge by 1 point. Watford, Norwich, and Norwich, they're breathing down the next with a 1 point difference. Bournemouth and Bristol not too far away either. Even Swansea, they could go top of the pops with a win for them this weekend. Of course, Derby going down as it stands. Wycombe and Coventry on paper. Sheffield Wednesday also still in the discussion. According to my knowledge, they're actually right down there in 6 points with them. So they're in there. But of course, Tudor Pulis is there. Of course, long ball specialist. He'll grind the results, and I'm sure he'll guide them to safety as well. Don't expect anything too miraculous this season, as in a playoff charge, but I think it's a great appointment for them. It might not be the best on the eye, but I'm sure it's all about business now. Of course, Rovers sit in the middle in 12th spot, taking on 10th place Luton. Again, a win for us could actually see us leapfrog above Luton in the process. But anyway, that's to talk about in a minute. Let's take a look at how you goals go get on good skin about skin. Roberto Hollis, he did all right for himself, not too shabby. Club skills did poop. This guy here did all right. Joachim Jakobsen, not too shabby as well. Well done, brother. Of course, supporting the channel behind the scenes with the Patreon. Of course, Vincent, not too bad. Mr. Norwich did poop. Olaji Ojo, he did very, very well as well. Shane O'Donnell did bits. He did good. Well. Tristan 24, not too shabby. Nathan Heaver did poop. It's okay though. We still love you. I Hate Mania did okay. Yannick Buster did bits. Cody Ho, he did all right. Well done to you as well. Natasha A, he's okay. He also did very, very well as well. Russell Frost also did very, very well. Well done to you, brother. Well done. Captain Karkov, Captain Direction, he did bits. Team Fusion not did poop. Ashley Beard with an awkward prediction with a stupid gap in the middle. Get rid of those gaps. I'm going to edit these guys out. It's not nice. We have to take an extra step. Sorry, I'm being a bit grumpy, but it's the way it is. Alex Weller also did very well. It's Salter did okay, and Gaming Charlie not too bad either. Harry did bits. Period, aka full stop. Ivan Stringer with an edit did okay. Omar Escobil, well done to you, brother. Also did very, very well. Simples, where are you? You did bits. Ultra Omar Mira also did very, very well as well. Tom Stainer did bits. Time Kelly, not too shabby. Isaac A, he did okay. He actually did shit. Ultraman name Bob Warzone 21, whatever. You did bits, shit as well. Okay, didn't do okay. And Shepherd also did absolutely shocking, but it's okay. We still love you. Here are your kingpins for this week and this week alone. Well, bow down to all 6 of them, I think. We have Gaming Charlie, I Hate Mania, Tisha A, Shane O'Donnell, Simples 1976, and Benson Hong. They are your kings for this week and this week alone. And the whole chasing pack of them there and thereabouts. How about over here, though? Your kingpin overall, of course, is bow down to your kings over here. There's 2 of them. Your Russell Frost and Yannick Buster are your overall leaderboard geniuses right now. Of course, there's a chasing pack of them as well. 2 points adrift. We have Yogi Jakobsen, Shane O'Donnell as well. Shepherd's doing very, very well up there into 6th spot as well. Cody Ho, not too far away. Again, it's all very, very tight. It could all can change dramatically over the next few weeks. I do apologise for any missed icons there, but anyway, we keep on trucking on. It's just been a tough old few days. We're gonna plough on anyway with the next round of matches, and we're gonna kick it all off on the 20th of the 11th. We talked about at the top of the shops. It's Coventry, they're at home, but they're technically away against Birmingham, who should be at home, but they're away. Oh my goodness! Whoa, we've seen those. Let's get into it then. Take a look at this match. Of course, these two sides have played each other in the past 57 times. 17 wins for Coventry, 23 wins for Birmingham, and 17 draws. That's right. The last 6. What do we have in the last 6? We have 1 with Coventry, 3 with Birmingham, and 2 draws. That is correct. Heading into this, give me a momento jambo here while I just drag that sucker across here. Heading into this, Coventry have actually seen at least 2 goals in the last 5 matches in the Championship, but they come into this in pretty good form. Last time they played each other at Coventry, which when they were at home was a 0-0 draw back in the FA Cup 2020. It was a 0-0 draw back then. The replay actually went in favour of Birmingham, I think, on penalties. Anyway, heading into this, Birmingham back-to-back defeats for them, also back-to-back defeats for Coventry, both sides looking for some results. Birmingham currently find themselves in 17th, Coventry in 21st spot at the moment in the table. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We got to go deep down into the old echelons here and try and find the bookies odds as we try to Get in there. Where is it? Where is it? Here we come. Coming at you. Of course, bookies are 7-4 for Coventry for the victory. 31-20 Birmingham. Probably your favourites. 94 is your draw. Look at the table as it stands. Coventry coming to this in 21st. To win for them, they can't really go anywhere. They'll be stuck in 21st spot. But to win for Birmingham in 17th, they could mathematically shoot up to 11th in the table. That is back into the potentially can start to think about playoff discussion in the end. But I'm going to go with on this one 2-1 win for Coventry. They do look good on occasions, and I think they'll get the better of them at home, even though they're away. Next up, we have a Bournemouth taking on Reading. Of course, this one's a fruity one, isn't it? Anyway, these two sides play each other 17 times in the past. 11 wins for Bournemouth, 3 wins for Reading, and 3 draws. The last 6 sees 4 wins for Bournemouth, nothing for Reading, and 2 draws. However, the last play each other was at Reading in the Matchday in competitive action. Was in 2015. It was a 1-0 win for Bournemouth. That's right. In the Championship, Callum Wilson on the score sheet for Bournemouth. Anyway, the last time played each other at the Vitality was a 3-0 win for Bournemouth back in 2014. Also in the Championship, the goal scorers on the day, Callum Wilson, Brett Pittman with a couple of goals there. Anyway, of course, it is, what do we have on the table? First place Reading up against 4th place Bournemouth. Reading actually can see these 3 goals in the last 3 matches, and they've obviously lost their last 3 matches as well. They're coming to this without a win since that. The last time they were victorious was against these bad boys, of course. It was a 4-2 win for them. Bournemouth on the flip side, just 1 win in the past, actually 2 wins in the past 5, 2 wins in the past 6 for them. So they're up there, they're doing well, but they're not doing well that well. You know, they're doing the well, but they're not doing that well. They're doing okay, but they could be doing much, much better. And of course, Brooks is back though, just in the right time. He does add a bit of spike and spunk in the middle of midfield there. So a good little creative player, just coming back at the right time. 10-7 on. Bournemouth are your favourites. 4-1 is your long shots. Guess what? That is leaders Reading. Maybe we're all starting to read between the lines. 30-5 is a draw for the both 2 sides. Of course, Bournemouth, if they're victorious, they could go top of the pops. And win for Reading. Guess what? They will remain top of the pops on this one. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Bournemouth. Again, they look good right now. Better than Reading do anyway. And we'll see just what happens at the end of the match day. See where it all lands out. Of course, Bristol City up against a Derby County with a potential new manager bounce, which could be the Wayne Rooney effect. And a win for him could actually strengthen his cause and maybe get the job on a permanent basis. Anyway, these 2 sides play each other 71 times in the past. 19 wins for Bristol, 35 wins for Derby County, and 17 draws. The last 6 though sees 2 wins apiece and 2 draws. After the play each other was at Thrashton Gate. It was a 3-2 win for Bristol City. Of course, back in February 2020, prior to lockdown, Naki Wells, Benkovic, and Dardu on score sheet, giving Bristol City a 3-0 lead before Waghorn and Martin. That kind of gave them a bit of something to get excited about, but a 3-2 loss in the end. Going in favour of Bristol City. Heading into this derby, they've actually failed to win the last 7 matches in the Championship. They're coming to this back-to-back defeats, though. Before that, it was 3 draws on the spin. On the flip side, Bristol City are back-to-back winning ways. 2 wins on the spin for them. Looking to make it a 3-peat, of course. The international break probably coming at the wrong time for them. Anyway, heading into this 11-10 for Bristol City, the other favourites 5-2 is your away win. That is Derby. 12-5 is your draw. Of course, Derby coming to the bottom of the pops at the moment, but a win for them could actually see them leapfrog Coventry at the drop zone and onwards and upwards. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Bristol City coming to this in 5th. Mathematically, they could go top of the pops, depending on what goes on elsewhere. Mathematically, anyway. It's going to be a tight old situation for them to leapfrog 4 teams in the process, but we'll see. On the flips, yeah, so I'm going to go with on this one, go Bristol City, a bounce back, Derby, new manager. I think it'll be a draw. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on this one. Next up, we have Barnsley against Forest. Of course, Barnsley looking good at the moment, sitting in 16th, Forest on the charge onto 20th. Anyway, these 2 sides have played each other in the past, 85 times, 32 wins for Barnsley, 31 wins for Forest. It's tight, 22 draws as well. The last 6, though, sees 4 wins for Barnsley, 2 wins for Forest, and no draws. Last time played was in the Carabao Cup earlier this season. It was a 1-0 win for Barnsley in Barnsley. Cully Woodrow on the score sheet on the 49th minute. Get in your veins. And meanwhile, last time played in Barnsley, in the league, in the Championship, was also a 1-0 win for Barnsley as well. Guess what? No, it wasn't Cully Woodrow. It was Patrick Schmidt. I remember that game. That was a very, very important goal, 93rd minute, to keep them in the division, basically. Barnsley actually kept clean sheet in 7 of the last 9 matches at home. They look very, very good. Forest are actually failed to win 9 last 10 matches away from home. They come into this, though, 1 defeat the past 6. Middlesbrough, that was against, Forest, that was against Middlesbrough, the defeat. Meanwhile, same can be said for Barnsley, 1 defeat the past 6 for them, losing to Cardiff on the road. So two teams on really good bit of form, but the table doesn't suggest that. Barnsley coming to this 8-5 for the victory, 30-8 is your Forest, 23-10 is your draw. Forest can win. If they do win, they could shoot up to at least 12th in the table. Meanwhile, Barnsley coming to this in 16th, and with them, they could go 11th in the table on this one. I like Barnsley right now, they look good, but I do like Forest as well. I'm going to go and play it safe right down the middle with a 2-2 draw. Next up, we have Middlesbrough up against Norwich, of course. Is this a special derby of anything? Can we make a derby out of this one? Feels like it should be a derby. Jordan Rhodes Derby, maybe. I think we'll go with that one. The Jordan Rhodes Derby. I think he's played for. I think he's played for both of these. I'm pretty stinking sure of it. He's played for both. He's played for both. Yes, yes. It's the Jordan Rhodes derby. Confirmation it is in the bank. These two sides have played each other in the past 55 times, 21 wins apiece and 13 draws. Get in your veins, he says. The last 6 though sees 5 wins for Norwich, 1 win for Middlesbrough, and 0 draws. Last time they played each other at the Riverside was back in March 2019. It was a 1-0 win for Norwich. Uno Hernandez on the score sheet for Norwich in the promotion season, of course. Heading into this, Middlesbrough have actually kept clean sheet in 6 of the last 7 matches in the Championship, both home and away, and they're also undefeated in the last 10 matches as well. Norwich are also undefeated in the last 7. They come into this, both teams looking impressive. Norwich in 3rd, again could go top of the pops. Norwich, Middlesbrough are in 7th, and with them they could actually go above Norwich in the process into 3rd. Anyway, heading into this, Middlesbrough actually just won twice in the past 5. The rest of those have been draws. On the flip side, Norwich have actually just won twice in the past 4. The rest of those have been draws as well. These two sides locking horns very, very tight. 15-8 for the victory for Middlesbrough. 6-4 is your draw. 11-5 is your 6-4 is your away win. Norwich 11-5 is your draw. Borough coming to this in 7th as a win for them. They can actually go 2nd in the table. Meanwhile, Norwich are in 3rd again. Could go top of the box with a big fat double on this one. This one's again tight. I'm going with a draw. Of course, Middlesbrough like defence, like to keep clean sheets. I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. This one again, Norwich will probably be happy with a point in the end. Meanwhile, it is the Gary Rowett derby. On this one, or the Neil Harris derby. Neil Harris derby, there we'll go that one. The Neil Harris derby, it's Millwall up against Cardiff City. Now these two sides played each other in the past 54 times, 16 wins for Millwall, 13 wins for Cardiff, and 25 draws. The last 6 though sees 1 win for Millwall, nothing for Cardiff, and 5 draws. That's right, you've got to go all the way back to 2014 for the last time a victory was in this match. There was a 1-0 win for Millwall at the Den. Anyway, last time played each other at Millwall was back in October 2019. It was a 2-2 draw in the end. Goal scores on the day, Tom Bradshaw with a couple of goals, Danny Ward and Junior Hoylett on the score sheet for Cardiff. Heading into this though, Cardiff just won with the past 6. That was against Barnsley a couple of games back. On the flip side, 1 win the past 5 for Millwall. That was against Preston quite a few games back as well. Just 1 defeat though in the past 6 for Millwall, and that was against Huddersfield. A lot of draws knocking about for Millwall. Look at the bookies odds, 29-20 for the victory, 23-10 is your draw, 50-8 is your away win. That is Cardiff. Cardiff coming to this in a bit of bother at the moment, 15th spot on the table, but a win for them. They can actually go to 11th. Millwall coming to this in 9th, and a win for them. They actually can shoot up into 4th. It is tight in that top 10 at the moment, but we'll see where it all pans out. I'm going to go with the 1-0 win for Millwall at the end to continue their unbeaten run against Cardiff for a long, long time. Next up, of course, we have the big game, the game of the weekend. It's Luton Town against Blackburn at Kenilworth Road. Now, we'll have extensive coverage of this game. I'll have a match preview on this. I don't know if we're going to do a watch-along. I don't think so. I'm going to be on the road. I'm bringing my gear with me, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to be in the environment or the area to have a watch-along. But we'll have match reviews, match previews, instant reaction, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you check it out. And if you are Luton Town, bang the thumbs up. Of course, bang subscribe. Get stuck into the old community down the bottom there. Anyway, these two sides played each other 41 times in the past, 17 wins for Luton, 12 wins for Rovers, and 12 draws. They did the double over us last time around, winning 3-2 at Kenilworth Road and 2-1 at Ewood Park. Last time Rovers were victorious in this match was all the way back in 2007 in the FA Cup. Goal scores on the day, Derbyshire with a couple of goals, Morgan Pedersen and Benny McCarthy as well. That was at Kenilworth Road as well. But Luton obviously looking very, very good at the moment, just 1 defeat the past 5. Of course, Nathan Jones has them working a treat. Rovers, though, 2 defeats in the past 5 for them, but they're on the turn. Back-to-back games without a defeat, so maybe, just maybe, we've turned the corner. Look at the bookies odds on this one, 21-10 for Luton, 6-5 for Rovers. We are the favourites according to this, 5-2 is your draw. I don't know though. I really don't know. Luton Town coming to this in 10th for the win for them. They could shoot up to 4th. Rovers coming to this in 12th for the win for them. Could actually leapfrog Millwall and Luton Town in the process. I believe in the Rovers though. I think hopefully we will come back with a fresh new look and maybe grind out the result. It might not be pretty, it might not be effective, but I think we're going to go with a 2-1 win for Rovers. Next up, of course, the Preston, who don't win away, up against Sheffield Wednesday with a new manager bounce. Just the wrong time, I think, for them to get a new manager in the eyes of a Deepdale fan. But anyway, these two sides have played each other in the past 106 times, 41 wins apiece and 24 draws. Cannot be separated. Anyway, the last 6 though sees 3 wins for Preston, 2 wins for Sheffield Wednesday, and 1 draw. Last time I played each other was at Hillsborough in July in lockdown, so 3-1 win for Preston. That's right. Goal scores on the day: Scott Sinclair, Jaden Stockley, and Brad Potts, with Jacob Murphy opening up the scoring for Wednesday. Meanwhile, last time I played each other at Deepdale was a 2-1 win for Preston back in August 2019. Daniel Johnson with a couple of goals from the penalty spot and Stephen Fletcher as well. You've got to go all the way back to 2018 at Hillsborough for Sheffield Wednesday's last victory over Preston. Anyway, the last time Sheffield Wednesday beat Preston in Deepdale was all the way back in 2011 in League One. That's right. Goal scorers on the day. You want to know who they were? Danny Bath and Ben Marshall, who I believe is still playing Mickey Mouse football somewhere else in like the non-league football scope. Googling him right now. He plays for Donclough. He's 29 years of age. What's gone wrong with him? I really don't know. I don't know what that's all about. I don't bloody know what that's all about. Anyway, look at the bookies odds on this one. Preston 65 for the victory, 25 is your draw, 9-4 is your away win. That is the Tony Pulis bounce. We'll have to see what comes out of the wash on that one. Of course, Preston coming to this in 14th for win for them. Could go up to 11th. Sheffield Wednesday in 23rd. Overall, of course, including the points deduction and all that kind of jazz, but win for them, they could actually get out of the relegation spot for the first time on paper, leapfrogging Coventry in the process. I believe a 0-0 draw. I think Pulis will be content with that. Again, first point in the bag. Moving on to the next one. Next up, QPR against Watford. Now, these two sides have played each other in the past. What have we got? We got 45 matches, 17 wins for QPR, 16 wins for Watford, and 12 draws. Bit of a tight one, this one. Last 6, though, sees 3 wins for QPR, 2 wins for Watford, and 1 draw. Last time played each other in competitive action was in the FA Cup. It was in Loftus Road, or whatever they call it these days. It was a 1-0 win for Watford. However, last time played each other in the league, at the Championship, at Loftus Road was a 2-1 win for QPR back in 2014. Goal scorers on the day, Joey Barton and Charlie Austin. Of course, both those two players no longer there. Matthias Renangi on score sheet for Watford, also no longer with the club, I don't believe. Anyway, heading into this, Watford 1 defeat the past 6. That was against Barnsley. On the flip side, QPR 2 wins in the past 6 for them. They did lose last time around, but before that, they were on a nice bit of form. Just 1 loss in the past 4. Prior to that Rovers defeat. Of course, looking into the odds on this one, 9-4 for the victory for QPR, 23-10 is your draw, 65 is your away win. QPR coming to this in 18th, the win for them, they actually could go up as high as 11th. Watford, on the flip side, are in 2nd. Of course, win for them, they could go top of the pops. Oh yeah, top of the pops. Cream will rise to the top on this one with a 2-1 win for Watford in the bloody end. Stoke City up against Huddersfield Town, who are in mid-table. These two sides have played each other in the past 70 times, 26 wins for Stoke, 19 wins for Huddersfield, and 25 draws. The last 6, though, sees 3 wins for Stoke, 1 for Huddersfield, and 2 draws. Last night picture that was at Huddersfield. It was in New Year's Day. It was a 7-goal thriller, 5-2 win for Stoke. Tyrese Campbell with a couple of goals, Nick Powell, Leo Gregory, and Sam Vokes, Steve Mowney, and Danny Bathwood, big fat OG, giving Huddersfield some consolation goals in there. Actually took the lead on that one with a 2-1 win, a 2-1 lead at one stage. Second half, though, all went in favour of Stoke. Anyway, last night picture at Huddersfield was in the Premier League. It was a 1-1 draw back in 2017. In fact, last time picture in Stoke was 1-0 win for Huddersfield. That's right, back in October 2019. Junior Bakaruna on score sheet then. Heading into this, Stoke, hot and cold, really hot and cold. 3 wins the past 6 for them. On the flip side, Huddersfield just 1 win the past 5 for them. That was against Millwall quite a few games back. Not sure I believe in the Huddersfield at the moment. Look at the bookies odds. We can't look at the bookies odds because it's bet 3, 6, 5. But anyway, Huddersfield coming to this in 13th, and with them they could actually go to 9th. Stoke coming to this in 8th, and with them they could actually go up as high as 2nd. That's how tight it is. It's tight. I do believe Stoke looking good right now. 2-0 win for them. Of course, Michael O'Neill's all about it, and he's looking very, very sharp at the tip of the top there. Swansea sitting against Rotherham next up. Of course, these two sides have played each other in the past 44 times. 16 wins for Swansea, 15 wins for Rotherham, and 13 draws. The last 6, though, sees 3 wins for Swansea, 2 wins for Rotherham, and 1 draw. Last time I played each other was at the Liberty. It was a 7-goal thriller back in April 2019. McBurney with a couple of goals, Byers and McKay on score sheet for Swansea. Crooks, Iwaki, and Will Vokes on score sheet for Rotherham in a 7-goal thriller, 4-3 in favour of Swansea over in Wales, of course. Anyway, heading into this, Swansea actually kept a clean sheet in their last 5 of the last 7 matches at home. They come into this just 1 defeat the past 6 for them, and that was last time around against Norwich, though. On the flip side, just 2 wins the past 6 if you want to look at it a different way. Rotherham on the flip side, 2 wins the past 6 for them, but they did come into this on a bit of a bounce against Preston, of course. Look at the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this one? Swansea 11-8 on Stone Cold Ferrets, 11-4 is your draw, 7-2 is your away win. That is Rotherham. Rotherham coming to this in 19th, and win for them they actually could go as high as 12th. Swansea coming to this in 6th, and win for them they could go as high as 2nd. That's how tight it is. I'm going with a 3-1 for Swansea. I do like them right now. I think they've got the bit between the teeth. They've got no flair. It's no like sort of superstar standouts there. They've got a good team effort, good team. They know where the back of the net is, and they know how to defend as well. So they've got all the tools in the trade, I think, to get themselves up there. And I'm wrapping it up. Maybe Wycombe up against Brentford now. Of course, these two sides have played each other in the past, according to my knowledge. 22 times, 7 wins apiece, though, and 7 draws. I don't know where the missing game goes. But anyway, the last 6, so sees 4 wins for Brentford, nothing for Wycombe, and 2 draws. Last time they played each other was in the League Cup. Early in the season, it was a 1-1 draw, but Brentford nicked it on penalties. Pinnock and Daryl Horgan, that was over in Brentford. Anyway, the last time they played each other at Wycombe in the league action was all the way back to 2011. In League One, it was a 1-0 win for Brentford. Kevin O'Connor with a big fat penalty in the end. Anyway, heading into this, Brentford actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 away matches. They come into this 1 defeat the past 4, though. That's Wycombe. On the flip side, just 1 win in the past 5 for Brentford. They're drawing too many games. That win was against Luton at Kenilworth Road as well. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? What do we have on the bookies odds? Wycombe are 5-1 for the victory, 3-1 as a draw, 20-11 on Stone Cold favourites. That is Brentford. Brentford coming to this in 11th. They're just floating around right now, just floating around. But a win for them could actually get them into the playoffs. Meanwhile, Wycombe coming to this 22nd spot in the box. They've got a couple of wins on their belts, which is good to see. And a win for them actually could leap from Coventry in the process. I think Brentford will take this one comfortably, 2-0 win in the end. That's what I think will happen in match day number 12 out in the Championship. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early. And this is what the table will look like at the end of it. Watford leading the charge, Bournemouth on second, Reading all the way down to 5th. Swansea, Norwich and Stoke join them in the playoffs though. At the bottom it'll be Wycombe, Derby and Coventry going down. Sheffield Wednesday, of course, maybe they might still be in that discussion there. Possibly with 8 points. They'd be probably between Derby and Coventry, so they'd probably technically be there. But on merit, without the deduction, that's where Sheffield Wednesday sits. So there's a bit of a false blur there. Anyway, Rovers up to 11th, above Luton Town with the big fat W again. 4 points off of playoffs. Ain't too bad at this stage as we get to the nitty-gritty stage. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early, of course, for the Prediction League. We'll do again next week. I don't know if we'll be live or we'll see where we are in the bloody well world, of course, as we get closer to Turkey Day out in the USA. Very, very close. Be sure to give the video some love and smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe, of course, and also make sure to check out the links down below. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. That's the best place to do it, boys. And also if you want to support me on Twitch, I'm trying to get the numbers up to 250 followers wise. We do have exclusive content on there. We also try to do some live streams, like restreams. So trying to get those numbers up there. So if you could head over there and smash the follow, I do appreciate it. It costs you nothing. Just to, and then again, once we get to 2021, there'll be some exclusive content. We're looking at doing some other prediction leagues and other kind of stuff that will only be on Twitch. Maybe a selective audience, but we'll see. And some weird watch-alongs and all that. We've got some really good content coming up on Twitch 21, so make sure you check that bad boy out. Until then, though, be sure to give the video some love and smash thumbs up, smash subscribe, and I'll see you all on the other side.